Brex and Mercury, two powerhouse platforms for startup money, but only one can claim the ultimate edge. Which one really delivers? On the left, Brex, smarter spend management for global startups. And on the right, Mercury, modern banking made easy for startups. Let's skip the buzzwords and get straight to the real differences that matter for founders. We'll score each category point by point, so you get a definitive answer by the end. Trust us, the winner isn't as obvious as you might expect. Okay, so before we get lost in the weeds, here's a quick mind map of all the stuff we're going to cover. Super important. We'll look at fee structure, account accessibility, core banking and treasury stuff, credit and spending, expense management, integrations, startup perks, customer support, international capabilities, and, yep, security. So buckle up. We've got a lot to unpack. First on our list, fee structure. So let's talk Brex. The base plan? Totally free, which is nice. But as you scale, some features, and honestly the coolest ones, do need a paid upgrade. Plus, there's a few transaction limits on the lower plans. That could be a snag if you're running a lot of payments. Now, Mercury jumps in with basically no hidden fees, no pesky overdraft fees, and you don't need a minimum balance for checking, which is, like, super chill for a lot of founders. Even their free plan packs a good punch with what's included. You'll need to cough up for advanced stuff like invoicing, but overall, Mercury kinda wins here with its no-nonsense, transparent pricing. Moving on to account accessibility. And this bit is crucial, yeah? So with Brex, it's tailored for VC-backed startups and US-incorporated businesses. But you gotta meet some strict eligibility rules, like structure or funding. Not everyone's gonna get in the door easily. On the flip side, Mercury is way more open. Solo founders, small businesses, a bunch of different entities are all welcome. Their onboarding is fast, smooth, you're not getting quizzes about your cap table. Ha! One catch though. International support is kind of limited for folks outside the US. Still, Mercury is the more accessible pick for most of us, especially if you're just getting started. Let's hit core banking and treasury. Brex brings you business checking with up to $6 million in FDIC insurance, and their global virtual cards cover 30+ currencies. But, and this is kind of wild, no support for cash or ATM withdrawals at all. So if you need, like, actual money in your hand, forget it. Mercury does business checking and savings with up to $5 million FDIC, and they plug you into the Allpoint ATM network, so you actually can get cash if you want, though no cash deposits. So for most startups, both get the essentials down, but each with their quirks. Let's call this one a tie. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know Mercury lets you open a fully digital business account in as little as 10 minutes? Yep, seriously, that's wild. Let's keep going. Okay, time for credit and spending. With Brex, you get corporate cards that flex their credit limits based on your business situation, which is honestly awesome. And like up to 7x points in certain spending categories, that's wild. Plus, their AI spend controls are super smart. Only little hitch is, sometimes only admins can redeem those sweet rewards. Mercury, meanwhile, gives you unlimited 1.5% cash back. It's simple. Straight up, you'll get physical and virtual debit cards, but their credit limits are pretty conservative, mostly tied to how much cash you have on hand. I mean, Brex totally takes this one, especially if you want lots of points and flexibility. Up next, expense and financial management. Brex rolls out the AI red carpet with receipt matching, spend analytics, and automated approvals, all in real time. Like, that workflow automation stuff is a game changer for teams. You do have to pay up if you want the fanciest automation. Mercury's version is more basic. You do get auto categorization and a real-time dashboard, but a lot of the cooler tools are paywalled. So if your team wants more control and automation, Brex wins this round. Let's jump to integrations. Now, if you're using enterprise software, Brex is a beast. It plugs right into Rippling, SAP Concur, Gusto, Deal, QuickBooks, Xero. The list is stacked. Mercury's got QuickBooks Online, Xero, NetSuite, so the essentials are covered. But if you want those deeper enterprise connections, you'll need to go for their paid tier. Honestly, if you're going big or you want software to do the heavy lifting, Brex eats this category. All right, now startup benefits. So this is where both platforms really roll out the red carpet for founders. Brex hooks you up with an investor network, founder perks, and some pretty legit rewards. Mercury's giving you capital access, VC introductions, and founder-friendly perks too. Like, you really can't lose either way. So I'm calling this category a tie. Customer support. Nobody loves it until you need it, right? Brex offers 24/7 chat and email. And if you're on the fancy enterprise tier, you get your own manager. But yeah, best phone support is basically only for the big spenders. Mercury, though, even their basic customers can count on timely, helpful support. No need for an upgraded plan. Mercury definitely edges this out, especially for early stage teams who want answers like yesterday. International capabilities. Now, this is a big one for global teams. So, Brex is US-based, sure, but you can issue cards in 30-plus currencies and pay or reimburse almost anywhere on Earth. Over 100 countries. You do have to be a US business, though. Mercury will let you send international wires and ACH, but a lot of non-US founders might hit a wall getting access. Brex absolutely wins for global companies looking to move money across borders. Last category. Security. Both take it very seriously. You won't find any corners cut here. Brex has multi-factor authentication and robust fraud detection. Mercury uses industry-standard encryption, customizable roles for team accounts, and partners with FDIC-insured banks. Honestly, it's solid on both sides, so I'm going to call this one a tie. All right, let's plot this out and see where these two stack up side by side. Mercury nails it with fee transparency, accessibility, and strong support. Brex dominates integrations, global reach, and expense management. Some categories are a dead heat. So if you're a small startup just looking to get started, Mercury takes the edge. Bigger global operations, Brex becomes the top contender. When you look at the whole picture, Mercury's frictionless, low-fee banking makes it the top pick for most early-stage startups and small businesses. But Brex really shines if you're scaling fast, operating across different countries, or need deep spend controls and integrations. So, which one fits your team? Honestly, that depends on what you value most. But if you're just starting up and want to skip the hassle, Mercury is usually a safe bet. Hey, was this breakdown helpful for you and your team? Share it with your co-founders and anyone else trying to pick their startup's next spend platform. Keep building. See you in the next review.